chapter 2, text 29. 2.29. I'm skipping the Radha Madhav prayers because it's very late. Ascharyavat pashyati kaschidenam Ascharyavat vadati tataiva chanyah Ascharyavat chainamanyah shrunoti Shrutvapi yenam vedana chaiva kaschit. Text 29, translation. Some look on the soul as amazing. Some describe him as amazing. Some hear of him as amazing, while others, even after hearing about him, cannot understand him at all. Please repeat. Some look on the soul as amazing. Some describe him as amazing. Some hear of him as amazing, while others, even after hearing about him, cannot understand him at all. Which category you belong? Last category? We will find out. Purport. Since Gita Upanishad is largely based on the principles of the Upanishads, it is not surprising to also find this passage in the Kathopanishad. Shravanayapi bahubir yona labhyah Shranavato api bahavo ayam navidyuhu Ascharyo vakta kushalo asya labdha Ascharyo asya jnata kushalanushashitah. The fact that the atomic soul is within the body of a gigantic animal, in the body of a gigantic banyan tree, and also in the microbic germs, millions of which occupy only 1 inch of space, is certainly very amazing. Men with a poor fund of knowledge and men who are not austere cannot understand the wonders of the individual atomic spark of spirit, even though it is explained by the greatest authority of knowledge, who imparted lessons even to Brahma, the first living being in the universe. Owing to a gross material conception of things, most men in this age cannot imagine how such a small particle can become both so great and so small. So men look at the soul proper as wonderful either by constitution or by description. Illusioned by the material energy, people are so engrossed in subject matters for sense gratification that they have very little time to understand the question of self-understanding, even though it is a fact that without this self-understanding, all activities result in ultimate defeat in the struggle for existence. Perhaps they have no idea that one must think of the soul and thus make a solution to the material miseries. Some people who are inclined to hear about the soul may be attending lectures in good association, but sometimes, owing to ignorance, they are misguided by acceptance of the super soul and the atomic soul as one, without distinction of magnitude. It is very difficult to find a man who perfectly understands the position of the super soul, the atomic soul, their respective functions and relationships, and all other major and minor details. And it is still more difficult to find a man who has actually derived full benefit from knowledge of the soul, and who is able to describe the position of the soul in different aspects. But if somehow or other one is able to understand the subject matter of the soul, then one's life is successful. What happened? The easiest process for understanding the subject matter of self, however, is to accept the statements of Bhagavad Gita spoken by the greatest authority, Lord Krishna, without being deviated by other theories. But it also requires a great deal of penance and sacrifice, either in this life or in the previous ones, before one is able to accept Krishna as a Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna can, however, be known as such by the causeless mercy of the pure devotee and by no other way. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guraho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sakrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sakitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabho Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Amazing, amazing, amazing is mentioned here several times. That the soul is amazing. This is important for us to know. And who is the soul? Who is the soul? You, me, each one of us is amazing. Why? Because you don't know about the soul. Because you don't know. When you come to know, you're amazed. I did not know this. Amazement means something that you don't know is true, you're getting to know it is true. Some fact that you don't know, wow, amazing, I did not know this. So the point made here by Krishna to Arjuna is that the soul is amazing. And Prabhupada explaining in the purport here, soul is amazing. Why? Because that same soul is inside the body of a blue whale, inside the body of a microbic germ. And the biggest of sizes, the smallest of sizes, you will see that the soul is present. And it is the moving force. The soul is the moving force, whether it is a huge elephant, a blue whale, or a microbic germ. One small virus created a havoc in a pandemic. Isn't it amazing? Actually, we get inside it, we get disease, we don't think about it. One virus escaped some laboratory and created a panic in the entire humankind. People died. Hundreds and thousands and lakhs of people died because of one small virus. Don't think the soul is not powerful when it is in the body of a virus. Similarly, the soul in the body of a huge, animal, aquatic, can be similarly amazing. Actually, the soul is very amazing. It's very powerful. But here you're sitting and you're wondering, What powerful. What powerful. Why? It's mentioned here because of the illusory energy of the Lord, because of Maya. I don't experience that amazement and that greatness with me. I am spirit soul. Why? You don't even know that. Only if you know, you will experience amazement and wonder and greatness and everything. Can you just take the kid outside? Only if you get to know, you must know about the soul. And then only you will be able to understand and you will be able to experience amazement. So, first thing is to get knowledge. That is why in the beginning of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is explaining what is soul, what is spirit, what is matter. This is the meaning of knowledge. Kshetra kshetrajnayor jnanam yattat jnanam matam mama. One who knows the kshetra means the field, the material world, and the kshetrajna means the soul. One who knows this field and he plays in that field. He is known kshetrajna, the soul. Very technical terms are used. I have a field, I play in that field. So I know the field. If you have to play a game, you have to play football, you have to know the field, you know who is standing where, who are the backies, who are in the front, who's the goalie, what type of experience is. You should know the field. Then only you can shoot a goal. If you're playing cricket, you should know. Before you start batting, you look around and see which fielder is where I can drive my ball to score a boundary, to get a sixer. I will watch around and then I'll accordingly direct. I know my field so that I can play in it. Similarly, this body is a field, kshetra, for the soul. And if you know the field of the body and the field of the world around, then you can play much better. But the problem is most people don't know this information. There's a kshetra and kshetrajna. I don't even know to play material life game properly. Forget spiritual. When I leave this kshetra, that is described liberation, mukti. I don't even know how to play in this field even now. That is the meaning of illusion. I don't know how to utilize my great power and strength as spirit soul. This is called conditioned life. I don't know. I'm not utilizing myself. I am just completely suppressed by illusion, thinking I am this body. And I look in the mirror and I see my body is aging. I'm getting white hair. I'm getting sick slowly. Because you start worrying, oh my gosh, I'm going to die. But actually you are not the body. When you die, you will still be living, existing. My body died. That is a great surprise. That is the great amazement. For those who don't cultivate this knowledge, by death you will be amazed. Why? When you die, you will see yourself being cremated. Imagine, what do you think is death? What do you think is death? Death means I will cease to exist, I don't know anything, I will be finished. No, you will not finish. You will be watching your body getting cremated. How do you like that? That is the time you will know, my gosh, there's a difference between me and my body. Imagine you watching that, how it will be. That is why they burn the body. The soul becomes very attached to the body. He'll not leave the body. And after being taken out of the body, he'll try to go back to the body. So in Vedic custom, they'll burn the body. And the soul cannot go back. He has to take another body. He has to take another body according to his karma. Isn't this amazing? It's going to happen to you. It's going to happen to everyone. It's not theory. It's already happened. It's already happened. Death already happened, and now you're again born. And you're inside this body again. Still we are not learning. Who are we? That is even more amazing. Ahanyahanya bhutani gacchanti ihayamalayam seshasthavaramicchanti kim ascharyam ataparam. Ascharya, amazement. When that Yaksha asked Yudhishthira different questions. One question she asked was, what is the most wonderful, amazing thing you have seen in this world? Yudhishthira immediately said, Ahanyahanya bhutani gacchanti yamalayam. Regularly, daily, so many souls are dying and going back to Yamaloka. Seshas thavaramicchanti kimmascharya mataparam. But people who are watching this death, they think, it will not happen to me, I will be here. Seshas sthavaram icchanti. Icchanti means my desire is sthavaram. I will be like this only, nothing will happen to me. That is happening only to him. You go for condolences, then you see them crying, then you also cry. He was such a nice man. And then immediately after coming out of the smashana, take the mobile phone. Hey, Palama, ticket. Stuck. You're again in illusion. You must understand this very well. Whole Bhagavad Gita is about teaching you, you don't know what is happening to you. You're in illusion. So, illusion, very important for us to know. Because we don't know who we are, or because we have a very low opinion about ourselves that I am this body. Look at the mirror, how bad I look. Edukku dhaan ipdi parandeno? Enna karma. Like that you will think about yourself and your ability, your intelligence. Ipo AI vera. Artificial intelligence has come, whatever ability I've got has become useless. Everybody is feeling depressed. Why? Whatever I thought about myself is taken over by some other machine. Who am I? So, this is a very important point. Conditioned soul means you have a completely wrong, illusory opinion about yourself which is not true. Actually, you are very great. Actually, you are powerful spirit soul. This is mentioned in the Gita. Such a positive thing is mentioned. What is mentioned? You are an amazing spirit soul, but you don't know. You don't know your own powers. You don't know what all you can do. When you wake up as spirit soul, but you are thinking, I am this body, look at me. I am not getting a job. My qualification is not good. I went to 3-4 interviews. The more you think like this, the more... Because this is what you think you are. This is what you think you are. Your idea about who you are is so bad and so low, naturally you will feel depressed. If you don't cultivate spiritual life, you will always be depressed. Confirmed. I didn't ring the bell. Pathingla? Jagannath is confirming it. You must understand this very well. It's important. That is why Krishna is taking so much pains to speak this Bhagavad Gita. The fact is, none of these things which you are going through is true. It's illusion. I'll give you a nice example which I normally use and people like it. You have seen circus. How many of you have seen circus? Every child likes to go to the circus. And every parent thinks, I must take my child to the circus. It's so wonderful experience. The trapeze and the lion tamer coming with the lion. What he does with the lion? He makes the lion stand on a stool. Lion is open. Come out of the cage. Everybody is sitting in the gallery. In the middle, the lion is controlled by one thin fellow, white and white, with one whip in his hand. Ajo, how can I trust this fellow? If the lion suddenly starts jumping into the gallery, what will happen to everybody? No, he has got very good control on the lion. He is the main man. He make the lion sit on the stool, small stool. The big weighty lion will sit on the stool. He'll jump on the stool and he will crack the whip. He will jump on the stool and stand. And then he will bring a ring of fire. This lion will jump through that ring of fire when he cracks the whip. Then he'll come back again and sit on the stool. Is the lion Punya? We don't know whether it's a lion or a cat. Is so obedient to him. That is why people will clap. And then he will whip again and the lion will open its mouth. Very wide. He'll put his head inside the mouth. He'll put his head. How many of you seen this? If you go to the circus, you can see this. This is the most stunning moment for everybody. They all get up and ooh. He'll put his head inside the lion's mouth and the lion will keep like this only without closing the mouth. You just close means he is finished. The lion will keep its mouth open. Afraid of him. For 1 minute his head will be inside the lion. People will go crazy. Then he will take his head out and come and bow down to everybody, and all the time the lion's mouth will still be open. Then he will crack the whip, it will close its mouth and start licking. Then put in the cage and gone. Have you seen this? Everybody has seen it. I have seen it in my small, younger days itself. Now, is the lion actually behaving like a lion? Why? Lion has forgotten it is lion. Why? This fellow has tamed it like that. Beaten it. No food. No food. Stand on the stool. 1 day, 2 days, beating only. And the lion will stand on the stool and then he will throw some little meat. Again, he'll start attacking him, he'll beat it. He has got a way of doing that. You attack me? No food for today. Put inside a big cage, no food. No, little water only. Just keep it alive. In this way, he will beat it and tame it and make you listen to me. That is why in that big crowd also the lion is listening to him. It is stop being a lion. Yes or no? Huh? That is why you are able to sit in the gallery. Why? The lion has forgotten it is a lion. What is my real nature? It has forgotten. I am the king of the forest. Simha, Raja. Nothing here. What is he? Get a He has, his self-esteem is reduced to such a small level. You are a nobody. Sit on the stool. Stand on the stool, rascal. I'll beat you. If you repeatedly do this to the lion, he will become small, forgotten. Now look at yourself. That's what is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. You are a lion, yaar. How come you forgot? Why are you thinking like this, looking in the mirror and thinking I have no job, this thing? No. Ascharivat paschati yenam. It's mentioned here. This is the great education that we need to have. If you go into the schools and colleges and get educated, they'll make you think you are useless. Your IQ is very bad. You didn't perform very good. You're not. This is not what I'm supposed to do. You cannot actually make me stand on a stool and whip me and tell me to jump through the ring. That is not my power. I don't do that. But I've been taught to do that. Because I'll judge you according to that, whether you can jump through the fire ring and stand on the stool. But I am a lion. I don't know. Stand on the stool. This is our educational system. They take the lion and make him a mouse. From lion to mouse. Punarmuchiko bhava. That story. So, you must understand, each one of you, in the Bhagavad Gita it's mentioned, you are very powerful as spirit soul. Now if you awaken that I am spirit soul, your life will completely change. Imagine the lion suddenly remembers, I am the king of the forest. I am a lion. And wow, he attacks the... What can he do with a small whip? With his whip, can he do anything much? Lunge at him and just tear him apart in 2 minutes. Bite his neck and throw it. And then he'll start running into the gallery. Now I am free to eat what I want. So many people waiting to be eaten. What will happen to everybody? Why? The lion remembered who he is. This is self-realization. Self-realization means I understood who I am. You become very powerful. But we are not self-realizing for the sake of becoming powerful. You're already powerful. You're already powerful. If you understand your relationship with Krishna, you become even more powerful. That is what is the whole purpose of the Gita. Actually, you will be amazed who you are because you have forgotten an information which you don't know. You have forgotten. That is the point made here. So, in material life means material consciousness. Thinking I am matter. I am this body. Spiritual life means getting to know I am not this body, I am spirit. I am not this body, I am spirit, spirit soul. I don't die. Najayate mriyate va kadachan nahanyate hanyamane sharire. Don't think this is simply some statement some religious book is speaking. This is a fact. This is how it is happening. But nobody is teaching anybody this. Nobody is teaching. And even if it is taught, it's mentioned here, even if they come to know, they don't understand. Very nicely it's mentioned here. And while others, even after hearing about him, cannot understand him at all. Why? It's mentioned here, you don't have sukriti. You don't have tapasya. You have not done the work required for you to get that knowledge. You have only information. Today is the age of information. Cut it from here, paste it here. Take it from here, put it there. Tell ChatGPT to do it. I am not even able to do cut and paste. ChatGPT, you please do it for me. ChatGPT will take from everywhere and cut and paste and give you. And that you will cut and paste again inside your this thing. It never goes through your system. Information only. Just information. All data. Everything has become data. Knowledge means you are having wealth in the form of knowledge. And when you understand it through your intelligence, it can edify you, make you grow. Make you grow. Today knowledge is all turned into information and data. Everybody is trying to possess data. Very sad. And nobody is really running it through their head and taking it knowledge and getting self-realized. Selling in, trading with data, but the data does not go through you and you don't understand it. You don't bother to understand it. So this information that I am spirit soul is not data. It is actually true. You are spirit soul. Right? So if you wake up with the process of self-realization, you will again become like the lion. How many of you want to be like the lion? Waken up and knowing your power and this thing. Exactly. That is the purpose of life. That is the purpose of life mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. That's why the Bhagavad Gita is so important for human society, for everybody. It is not supposed to be thought like a religious book. Because people keep saying it is a religious book, many people are not reading it. Our own religious people, Hindus themselves, don't read it. Actually, other religious people are reading it better. When the International Yoga Day was floated by the Narendra Modi and his government, what is it, June 22nd or July 22nd or June? Huh? June 21st, International Yoga Day. First when he came, many countries signed, said yes, we accept, it should be International Yoga Day. But one high priest in the Islamic high priest, somewhere I think in the Gulf or in Pakistan or somewhere, very well-read man, he said, don't do yoga. It is Hinduism. But many people said, yoga is good for health. Whole world is practicing yoga. They don't care about it being Hinduism and all that. But he said, don't. You don't know what you are doing. But yoga is good for health. It reduces my pain, my back, this thing, that problem, this problem and all that. He said, you don't understand what is yoga. Read Bhagavad Gita and see. Then he said, 6th chapter, read the last shloka. He fully read. He read the Bhagavad Gita and he likes it very much, and he's telling, if you do yoga, you'll become a Hindu. He was the only man saying that. And many of the Hindus were telling, we are secular. We welcome all religions and all that. Yeah, you read your own scripture, you don't know what is written about yoga. Yogi nam api sarvesham madgate nantaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yuktatamo matah. Karmibhyo adhiko yogi jnanibhyo ati matah. Tasmat yogi bhavarjuna. I forget that third line. The yogi I am talking about is that person who is my devotee. He is the best of all the yogis. Karmibhyo adhiko yogi. Better than the karmi. Better than the jnani. Better than that ascetic is that yogi. Yogi nam api sarvesham adgate nantaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam. Worshipping me with great faith. Always thinking of me. Serving me with love. That yogi is the topmost. He showed the shloka and said, yoga karega, to ye ban jayega. You'll become a devotee of Krishna. And then only all the Hindus opened up and said, yes, Sache, what you're telling is correct. They have not read their own scripture. And he is telling, Bhagavad Gita is authority on yoga. See what it is telling. Yoga is meant for you to realize Krishna and become his devotee. Don't do yoga. He is telling. So most people don't know their own book. I am very sorry to say this. Many people are very interested in talking about Bhagavad Gita, whatever they want to talk. What Krishna has told Arjuna, they don't talk. They'll talk all sorts of new things which is never mentioned by Krishna. Hare, why do you want to? You write your own Gita if you want. Don't take Krishna's Gita and speak something which he never spoke. If you want, you write your own Gita. Of course, you can't call it Gita. You can write next door girl Gita. You can write about that if you want. Don't call it Bhagavad Gita. So, we must understand very carefully, there is an important information mentioned here about you, your identity. Who are you? And it says that when you get to know, you'll be very amazed. Ascharyavat. That is the Ascharya that happened in the Bhagavatam. There is a beautiful story of King Chitraketu. King Chitraketu, it seems, kept on marrying for getting a child. He never got a child. He had hundreds of wives. Very powerful king, emperor. But somehow in his karma, in his horoscope, you won't get a child. But he kept trying. Want one son, heir to my throne, and my grahastha life should become complete. Putrahinam griham shunyam. Without a son, my household grahastha life is shunya, zero. What is the use of marrying if I cannot have a son? Of course, nowadays things are different. I think the opposite. So, putrahinam griham shunyam. I must do my duty of begetting children. So he was so sad. Although he is a great powerful emperor. Then hearing about his position, this great sage, Narada, Angira, they came. And he asked Angira, why are you looking so sad, my dear king? I want a son. I tried so much. Then this Angira looked at him and said, this man is not going to learn. He's going to keep trying only. He doesn't understand that son will, in this lifetime, he is not supposed to get a son. He won't understand, but I have to teach him in a different way. So he said, okay, by my powers I can give you a son, but he will be the reason for your greatest happiness and your greatest sorrow. Agreed? He said, okay, anything agreed. I should get a son. His eldest queen became pregnant. He got a son. Now there are hundreds of wives the king has. And the king started paying attention only to this wife because she is pregnant. And he said, you're going to produce a son for me. So he brought her jewels, he gave her a special palace, he gave her this, he gave her that, and the son was born, and all the time he was spending with her. What will happen if there are so many wives watching this? What will happen? Enna nadagum? Human beings, no? And the two women waiting to get pregnant and not having any child. What will happen? Solunga. Open your mouth and say it. You're all human beings. Became envious. Became envious of this queen. And they said that since this child has come to the palace, we are all suffering so much. Only one person is enjoying. Everything will become alright if we can kill this child. This queens thought so crookedly. They poisoned the child, killed him. Then they watched how this queen is suffering, beating her breast and her hair. Because a nice child, 3 years, 4 years old, dead. It's a beautiful story in the Bhagavatam. King Chitraketu died, child. And she is cannot able to take it. And the king is finished completely. He's keeping on telling him, wake up, wake up, wake up to the child. So the Rishi came at that time. The Angira came back. And he said, I told you he'll be the reason for your greatest pleasure and your greatest sorrow. Anyway, what's your problem? Your son is lying down there only, you know. That is your son. Why are you crying? No, but he is not there. What, he is not there? He is there, I can see him. Started teasing him and asking him a question. He said, no, he is not there. He is not waking up. Still he is not understanding. Ascharyavat pasyati yenam. Still he is not understanding. So what Narada Muni did is, he brought that soul back into that body. He has that power. He called the soul back, come briefly. I have some work to do with this father of yours. Past father, now he is not your father. The child suddenly got up. And he said, my son, you came alive. The son looked at him and said, what son? Who father? I had so many fathers in so many lifetimes. Not your son. Only in this lifetime I was born to you for a few years. Why did you call me back? What a shock he got. He got such a shock, King Chitraketu. And then Angira said, see, he's not your son. He's another soul like you. He's another soul. His term got over in that body and he has left. He is somewhere else enjoying some other relationship. You have called him and put him back in this. So he's very irritated with you. What son, what father? Useless fire. Why did you call me? I am not your son. What a shock. The child got up and told him, just some time back he was crying and all this. Then he died. Then he comes back and said, Yaradani, who are you? What a shock he got. This is arranged by Narada. Then only you will understand. From the son's mouth, how many fathers and mothers I've had in every janma. Why are you claiming to be my father? You are not my father. He started talking to him the Bhagavad Gita. I am spirit soul, I am not this body. Chitraketu immediately had a bang of a realization. And he just was willing to accept. The child left. Chitraketu became a completely different person. He became one of the greatest devotees of the Lord. He went to the spiritual world and saw the Sankrishna form of the Lord in Vaikuntha. It's a chapter in the Bhagavatam. So elevated he became. Which means that he became the lion again. He became lion. I know who I am. I don't have to worry about the son, brother, fathers now, just fleeting, coming and going. So many janmas have lived like that. This is the meaning of Ascharyavat paschati yenam. If you see yourself as spirit soul, you yourself become very stunned, very surprised. I'm such a powerful entity. And I've forgotten myself. Stupid person I am. I'm a idiot number one to have done this thing, forgetting myself, forgetting my relationship with God, Krishna, and living in this life in illusion. This is the message of the Gita. You may not believe it. That's what it says. Some even after hearing may not understand at all. Because you may not desire to understand it. But it is a fact that you are spirit soul. You are not this body. This body will die. You will not die. Think about it. This is the message of the Gita. Gita does not tell you do your PhD in rocket science and AI, earn a lot of money and then become very rich and then become bigger than Elon Musk and then da 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 da. Gita says, you idiot, first understand this. Even if you become Elon Musk, you will die like a dog. Everybody dies. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityur dhruvam janma mritasya cha. Whatever you collect, everything will be finished. Whatever great relationships you have, it will be finished. Mrityu sarva harascham. I will come as death and take away everything from you. Your relationship, your wonderful, beautiful body which you have maintained, your money, your car, your estate, your wife, your children, your husband, your relatives, your parents, everything fatak, taken from you. Why? To teach you a lesson, who are you? You didn't learn even then? Okay, be born again. Again. Go from first standard onwards. Birth. Slowly. Grow. Still you did not understand? Take another birth. Didn't understand? Take another birth. In this way we have taken millions of births. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudevam sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. Bahunam janmanam ante. After many such lifetimes, some lucky soul, fortunate soul may understand. Hare, what is going on here? I'm repeatedly being born, repeatedly I'm dying. And I read Bhagavad Gita, now I understand. Who am I? Jnanavan mam prapadyate. He gets this knowledge, Gyan, he surrenders to me. Vasudevam sarvamiti. Oh Lord Krishna, you are everything for me. You are the only permanent feature. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadramai ki. In this way, he comes to his senses. But that happens bahunam janmanamante. But it is happening right now to you. You have got the opportunity to understand. Because of the mercy of Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. It is not naturally happening after many lifetimes you will understand, slowly you will understand. He has entered everybody's life and said, read this now, take this lesson now, understand now. Because he is interested in giving it to everybody now. A great Mahatma, great soul, sometimes come and interferes in our life and says, stop it, this is not true. Here, you read this conversation of Krishna with Arjuna, Bhagavad Gita. In this way, you have the option, the choice to take it and read it and become a lion again. How many of you want to do that? Nitai Gaura Premanande. Please do that. Please read the Gita. Don't think it is just some religious book. It is about you. It's about your birth, about your death, about the life in between birth and death, about next life, about your identity, about God, Krishna, about this world. It's working according to that only. It is not working according to what you study in science. That must be one aspect. That is external, physical aspect. But there are other workings on the spiritual level which you don't know about. That's mentioned here. Only Krishna can tell you because he created everything. He created, he is speaking. So please read regularly Bhagavad Gita. Every day you learn some subject matter like this and become happy and amazed. So we wish you all the best. Please chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Spend time for your self-realization every day. Read Bhagavad Gita, chant Hare Krishna, and spread this message. Okay? Right. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Any question or comment? Yeah.
Three religion books like Bhagavad Gita. I think he read Quran as well, and also the Bible. And then from reading all these three books, I think he was teaching to, he was taking a psychological class for students who are all affected by different disabilities. At the time, he read the Bhagavad Gita, not fully, but he was read some Bhagavad Gita, and he was talking about so many things in the Bhagavad Gita. I went to his home, and then he was not allowing me to do any work. He was keep on asking questions in the Bhagavad Gita, and then later he was asking a very particular question that he read everything, so he knows that once the people get died, the spirit soul takes another body. That he knows very well. Then he was asking again another question that how long it takes when the soul leaves from the dead body and takes another body. So that was his question. So on behalf of him, I asked the question to you. So how long it takes to the another body?
Well, it's not a great matter of this thing. If you have accepted, first of all, you must accept that you are spirit soul. Otherwise, it will simply be a theoretical, hypothetical discussion. Right. So, the important point is to know the principle. Then only you discuss the detail. The principle is you are spirit soul and you don't die. That is a very amazing thing. Because everybody is afraid of death. That principle, if you asked, no, then the rest of the things is according to nature's laws, certain things happening. There are so many laws, you know. So each person, according to the sinful activities he has done, according to the pious punya activities he has done, there is some sort of a time level. How long he will be in Yamaloka before he gets another body, all that depends on varieties of reasons. It's not some fixed time like something. If I work for 10 years in this particular government body, I should get a promotion. From this table, I'll go to that table. Everybody knows that. I simply have to attend every day in the register and this thing it. After 10 years, I will be in that table. I'll get promotion. I have to get promotion. It's not like that. People are, in this material world, they've been so much conditioned by all these different types of numbers and labels and titles, everything. First question they ask is, will I get a title? Like that. You see, Prabhupada spoke about a Christian preacher preaching about God to miners. Mining, they go. So many 1,000 feet they go under the earth. Coal mines. They will go in the morning, come in the night. They'll never see the daylight. For them, there also it will be dark, artificial light. Come outside also dark. So the Christian preacher, when they come out in the night, he will be waiting there and he will say, Jesus will save you. God will come to the kingdom of God and everything. And these people will be drinking coffee, tea, because they have their, helmet and that bulb and all that. Everybody looking at him. But everybody is rushing and reading the newspaper. What is the news? They went off early in the morning down. News. What's happening in the world? Then only through the newspaper. So this Christian preacher is talking about kingdom of God and this and that, everything. And so one of them is listening. After all, so he listened and said, I have a question. After the class is over. I have a question. How is the kingdom of God? It's bright, it's lit up, it's like this, it is like that and all that. Because he has no such experience. Morning to evening darkness, some artificial light. He can't imagine it. Only reality for him is the newspaper. So he asked, do you have newspaper there? He asked, do you have newspaper there? Because the only thing for me real is the newspaper here, which I get to read. So we all get conditioned by certain realities. How long it will take to go from one body to the other, whatever time it has to take, it will take. Yeah, it will take that time, that's all. It's not a great matter of detail. But the fact is, your spirit soul, you don't die. That is the main principle. That's the main principle. So these things vary. And there is a Purana called Garuda Purana. All these questions are answered in that. How long it will take, what is the route it will be followed, what will happen to you, and then what you should do, what is the karma you should do here, that, this, everything. All the details you'll get there. All the laws and everything. You get all. Yes. Hey, mic. Is the mic working or not? Is it? Finally it's working. Please give your.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, nice class, thank you. One question. Maharaj, you told sugar is sweet.
I didn't tell today.
No.
Yeah.
You told that I am spirit soul. That is not information, that is actually fact. So sugar is sweet, but if somebody is telling sugar is sweet, that is also truth. But that is also information if someone not tested. The process is how many times he might be think himself by mind intelligence. The process is to give that sugar and on the tongue so it can realize. That is the thing. Like that, soul is we are spirit soul. That is also information. Unless we will the process by which we can realize it. I want to know the process. And second question.
Very good question.
And
You're thinking. So now you understand the quality of sugar, the dharma of sugar is sweetness. There cannot be without sweetness any sugar. That you know by information. Next thing you said is, if I eat sugar, I know what is sweetness by taste. Oh, this is sugar. Sugar will have this quality. It tastes sweet. This is it's called Vijnana. Jnana, Vijnana Sakitam Yajnatva Mokshayate Ashubhat. Krishna told him. Realized knowledge. First it was information, and if you didn't do anything about it, it will remain information and data and die. Most of the things that we study are like that only. They just remain data. But if you act on that information, then you will actually get an experience of sweetness. That is called Vijnana. Realized knowledge. Now you have realized knowledge of what sugar is, right? That is very important. From that, you can go further and further and further into the truth. So the process given here by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, Manmana bhava madbhaktah madhyaji mam namaskuru. Mam evaishasi satyam te pratijane priyosime. The 18th chapter Krishna says, and many other places he tells, become my devotee. I will give you the understanding. Because I am situated in your heart as Paramatma. I will give you the understanding. So, the process of Bhakti Yoga is followed. If we chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Ram, Hare Hare, worship Krishna in whatever small way we can, offer our food to Krishna and take prasadam, right? And the simple Bhakti Yoga principles you follow, gradually the sweetness experience will grow. Everything you will start looking at it from that viewpoint. And your growth, spiritual growth will start. And you will wake up spiritually. Right? Right now you are spiritually dead. But if you wake yourself up spiritually, because spirituality is eternal. It can be woken up. So if you feed yourself spiritually by Bhakti Yoga principles, you will wake up. That's what will happen to you. Okay? That process is what is described by Krishna and Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada in Kali Yuga, how you should practice this. He has told us, chant Hare Krishna, Mahamantra, His holy name, keep association with such type of people, devotees, read Bhagavad Gita and discuss the philosophy and the theology and all the information that is given there. Render some seva to the Lord. Do some service, because the dharma of the soul is to serve. Just like you said, the dharma of sugar is sweetness, the dharma of the soul is to serve. That is called sanatana dharma. You start performing that in a very small way. Manasa vacha diya karmana. Through your mind, through your body, through your intelligence, through your words, through your wealth, you can do some seva for the Lord. Then you will become purified. Then our consciousness will become pure. And gradually you can see the change. We have a whole lot of courses, classes, mentors, everything going on. You can join them. Any other question or comment? Okay? Hare Krishna.
We thank you very much, His Holiness Bhakti Vinod Swami Maharaj, for enlightening class on the religious